Time for an update on the serial board, I suppose. I started going through trying to diagnose what is going on with this board, and I'll kind of post where I'm at and what I've done so far. Started by printing out the schematics, and there they are into a poster format. FYI, if you would download the Adobe Acrobat Reader, take a JPEG in Mac Preview, convert it to a PDF, bring it up in Adobe, you can print a poster size out, which is quite helpful. There are 4 sheets right there. Of course, you got to, line up the edges and do some other stuff. But anyways, if you got older eyes like mine, it helps. But I moved the NABU downstairs back into the lab, the one that has both boards in it, to try and diagnose and troubleshoot. At which point, the floppy drive stopped working. Of course, why would it be easy? There's no reason it should be easy. I don't know what that is. It lights, it tries to go, and it just won't boot. But anyways, deal with that later. So, I got the GoTech, flipped it back around, GoTech boots. So, I get it back up and running again, and there's LeBaum's CPM 2.2 coming off the GoTech. But anyways, back to this. I started with verifying that I had correct voltages coming into the board, off the main board. Got +5, +12, -12, those are all correct. Checked up there. Then I went down through and I wanted to check, make sure every chip had VCC coming in correctly, so they all have power. Double checked all that. All of them have power, so 5.05 volts or so. And then I checked, what was the other one? Oh, clock. So I checked system clock all over, and that's actually, I've got the clock in coming off of the 8253 right now. That's the clock. I'll show you actually one thing I discovered. So then I started tracing on the schematic, going back, tracked the clock through that LS74, which seems to be a clock divider maybe. Using a D flip-flop as a divider. Checked it, and that's where I got the pin down there right now. So clock's coming in off the I/O pin, the option card. And there's the option card pins, by the way. That's in the NABU technical manual. So I went through, started checking stuff, and I got to, what was I checking? I was checking up here, that 139. So to check the 139, I traced those pins, so I got 2 and 3, which go back to the address bits. So on the option card, address bits here, you can see are, what is it, pins 6, 7, 8, and 9. So we got 6, 7, 8, and 9. And note what's interesting is there is a port, a place to put a probe on there for test point on 6, 7, 8, and 9. So notice 6 and 7 run off, but I was starting with 8 and 9. I come over here to this 139 because I wanted to check that 139, and that's 8 and 9, which are address bits 2 and 3. So I put the probe on there, and that's what's running right now. So there's the clock going, and I've got that on just the option board at the moment. What's interesting is watch this. There was no data, and then if I move the cable, I was just pushing around just to see what happens. I think I might have found the source of the problem. Watch this, ready? In, out, push, back, push. Yeah. What the heck? Something, how to check these solder joints, I suppose. Something's not quite right down there, huh? Unless it's on this side. No. Well, it seems to be over there. Well, I'll have to go troubleshoot that. We'll see what's next. But this goes to show, we plug in some probes and just start probing around and see what you see. You're not quite sure what you're going to find all the time, so on to the next thing. Later.